Oh, that was sad. Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and the U.S. and how these countries have and continue to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Semiahmoo, Katsi, Coquitlam, Kwantlen, Coquite, Secwepemc, Swasan, Cheyenne, Ute, Lepanapatche, Muskogee, Cherokee, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Coast Salish First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. With me, I'm joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I will be playing Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hey everyone, I'm CasperDaNBGhost. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I'm playing Jerry, or Belgium Jerry. His pronouns are fight me.
And hello, everybody. My name is Katrina, but you can call me Kat. My pronouns are she, they, but I'm comfortable with any. And I'm back with this silly gang of government officials as Abbigail Summers, and her pronouns are she, her.
That makes us sound like the IRS, but like doing cool shit. Anyway.
That's accurate to Abigail right now.
Miserable. Anyway, hello, folks. Hi, hello. My pronouns are she, they, they. I'm Dare, your favorite, your loveliest. I am playing the ever incomparable Leon Cavallo, the he, they, they, the Toreador you all adore, who will leave you wanting more. And I'm going to throw it over to Char today.
For me, today, we, and every show really, we're using Sirenscape to help make our stream more atmospheric. And today, Kelly gave us a note that it's going to be extra special. So get your ear holes ready. Ooh. And also, if you're watching us live on Twitch, if you haven't, make sure you use your Amazon Prime sub. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. If not, you got to pay for it. But then you get really cool emotes like Marge, or in this universe, Marguerite, the Bite Me emote, and all the horny jails that you could ever want. Be a sub for us.
I don't know. I want a lot of horny jail.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
That's a lot to say, that we can provide all the horny jail that anyone would ever want, and I think we can fulfill that.
That's what I said.
Possible triggers for tonight: occult, body horror, general vampire stuff, and most likely bees. If any of those irk you can feel free to step away, take a moment to compose yourself, come back, or skip the episode entirely. We will always tell you what happened last time, so you can catch right up. But before we get into the episode, intro video. Pew, pew, pew. And we're back! Previously... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
That was not 30 seconds.
That was not.
Sorry, it was counting up, not down. Anyways, previously on Tiddies by Night, the investigators of the occult and unusual split up for the night to do investigating. But first, Leon was woken by an ominous daydream involving the burning of an old lover and their painting. Octavia left early to go to the Chantry, but was interrupted by her father coming back from a dinner. He seemed in good health and offered to walk with her to the university where he was meeting someone. Jerry left to meet with the captain. Jerry left to meet with the ship captain with Abbigail. After a quick fight in the streets and a heavy meal, he met up with her at the dock where she was staying. They found Captain Bacco and his second mate Thomas repairing the ship that brought Abigail into the city. It was badly damaged on the side from a claw slash. Bacco told them not to worry about the cult that attacked them and that multiple people worship what they think lives in the ocean. Evelyn and Leon went to Soho, where they could talk to the Ventrue representative, Shalon Han. She gave them an estimate of the kindred in the city and warned them that the numbers have been growing too quickly. After a bit of back and forth, she told the pair that she has no intention of running things, but will continue to be an informant, and possibly more for Leon. The night ended, and everyone returned to their resting places. Another member of the coterie was plagued by daydreams, as Jerry was drained of his strength by the demon in his soul. Luckily, it was only a dream. Ooh. But we're going to start off once again with the newest investigator. Can you go ahead and give me a rouse check real quick?
You, Abigail.
That's me.
That's you.
I don't know why it was so hard for me to realize that that's me.
It's because you're a little sicky.
Because I'm
A little
constantly
seasicky.
I'm constantly perspiring. Here we go. Real dice. Real dice. That's a 1.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Christ, they're all over today.
Abigail, your day on the ship is somewhat restless as this new environment you felt would be more welcoming and more of an escape from the things that troubled you back in the city. But seeing as you found yourself smack dab in political intrigue, occult worshipping, ship disasters, and all number of things, the beast inside you shifts a little bit. You find yourself in the evening, waking up. It's dark in the ship. There are no lights, but you can see a silhouette sitting in the chair just off in the center of the cabin. Occasionally you see an orange glow of a cigarette, but not enough to show the figure.
Can I move my body?
You can certainly try.
I would try my darndest to grab the pistol that's underneath my pillow.
You reach under your pillow and pat around, but the pistol is gone, and you hear a click of the chamber being spun a little bit.
Oh, this bitch.
You ran real far there, kid. Not far enough, it seems.
Do I recognize this voice?
You do.
I think you might have the wrong room.
No, I don't think I do.
I clear my throat. I think that you've got the wrong room.
That's good, kid. Good. No, but see, you can't run from me. I'm inside you. I'm in your head. No matter how far or fast you run, I'll always find you.
Then I'll keep running. I'll run faster.
Well, good luck with that. Wouldn't want to see you in the bottom of another river. And you hear a bang as the gun goes off, and you're jolted awake and realize that there's nobody there. You do feel hungrier as the beast inside craves blood.
But at least that was just a dream.
Just a
Right?
dream. Seems so.
I do a look. I'll do a. Is my pistol underneath my pillow?
It is, yes.
Did I soil myself? Do vampires soil themselves?
There's nothing inside you but vitae.
Nice. Okay, great. I put it on my list of things to do to maybe find a way to feed the way that I did back in the big city here in London.
Do you take any notes of what happened the night before?
What do you like? Oh, did I like of other people feeding?
I don't know. You just were taking notes last time.
Yeah, I took some notes for sure,
All right.
but it's mostly of people's.
All right. Sounds good. Can you give me a D4 real quick? As I'm being commanded to ask you to do in the chat.
It's terrifying. Terrifying. I'm actually sweating. But luckily I have the Tupperware of dice. That's a 3.
Which
Wait,
means
wait.
What?
Can you type it in the chat for me?
I will DM it to you.
Oh, I
All
just
right,
I was
sounds good.
just reading.
Oh, hooray.
All right. One thing something about your beast kind of makes you a bit paranoid. And you realize that you haven't done a full, like, sweep of the ship yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good cause. And also I just had a dream about somebody very scary holding my gun in my living quarters. So I will definitely do some exploring.
All right. Give me a wits and investigation.
Wait, an investigation?
I'm gonna get fun of my accent.
No. I would never. Oh, that means I gotta roll with hungries.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hungry.
Well, there's one way to solve that.
That's so true. That is 4 successes.
All right. Searching in the cabin itself, you don't find anything. No semblance of cigarette remnants. Nothing to show that someone was even here, other than you.
Okay.
And as you leave out the door, the ship seems intact, if a bit worn and not fully repaired yet. Looking around the edges, you can see remnants of people inspecting the ship, possibly like checking to see if it should be here, but nothing too alarming. The person that you had left here on the dock is gone, so you assume that they are either taken away or got up on their own volition.
Nice.
And looking around back, you realize now that you never actually looked at what the name of the ship was. Thomas had been bringing it to London to repair and fix up so that he could voyage out on his own. It's a bit grimy, again, having not been repaired, but you do make out a few letters, repeating letters. You see an ARGE and then some smudges, and ARGE again.
I'll find a rag nearby if I can and give it a little wipe.
Sure. As you do, you it starts with a the. As you brush away, you eventually make it so that you can see enough. And thanks to Noblekind on Patreon, the ship is called the Marge Barge.
It's around.
Almost a mystical feeling in your heart as this name, it seems almost like universal in a way.
I have my book. I'll look into my book to see if for any reason there's a Marge, and let's just double check. The closest thing I have to it is Marguerite, but that could possibly be the same.
That's weird.
That's weird.
It's a mystery. Why would Thomas even have a? I mean, he bought it secondhand, so.
That's true.
Possibly.
And Marge is definitely more of like an American name, so you know, I'll jot it into my book.
Yeah.
That
Whoever
I
was
have
guarding the ship before has probably forgotten.
Yeah, I have a Marge to thank for sure, at the very least.
Regardless, what would you like to do now? Seems secure enough.
And it's nighttime.
Yeah.
We're starting the evening. Well, I guess I will. I know if I go back to the IOU, I know that Jerry's. Well, I feel confident. I feel like if I tell them that I'm hungry, they might help me in the specific way that I have to feed. So I will close up the Marge barge and head on over.
All right. You venture off into the city, and as you get further away from the docks, the population grows as you lose yourself in the crowds of the city. Jerry.
Boy.
My Sirenscape's having a real fun time now. You have just had this vision, presumably in the nook of your library, losing all of your strength. You know that some of the members of the coterie wake up a little bit later, but you are awake now. What are you doing?
I'm a find Marguerite's alcohol. Pour me a glass.
You thief! You just going in without her permission?
Oh my god.
I had a rough night.
She has that shipped in.
Just a glass. It's fine.
It's
what
weird.
they
Every
all
time
say.
every time you go back in, it's full. Like it basically you pop out one of the wall panels and it spins, and there's at least 5 different shelves that are still full of gem. Give me a willpower real quick.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Alright, how many willpowers do I have at the moment? Oh, okay, that's not bad. 2 successes. I got 50%.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You down it, hoping that it will alleviate some of the stress of the daydream. And it burns going down. And as it hits the empty, hollow shell of your stomach, it stays there. And for a moment, you think that you've held it down. And then your entire innards begin to like burn from the inside as you have to expel it.
Bro, yeah, now get my bucket, which is right next by, or nearby.
The bucket.
The bucket. I'm going to expel this really good gin, and then try and find Anne.
I mean, you know where
if
she
she's
is.
here. Yeah,
You know
well,
where
yeah.
Anne is.
Yeah. I'm casually, like, I try and casually knock on the door,
See if
but it
there's a
comes
sock on
off
the
like
door.
boom,
Universal
boom,
rule.
boom.
Leon, you give me a rouse check.
There's like 3 drugs I can make.
Yeah.
I got a 5.
You find yourself waking up as the night comes, having pushed yourself away from Anne, the heat that emanates off of her body becoming more and more uncomfortable as you sleep. And you wake up hungrier, feeling the beast inside of you almost like angered by this heat. And as you wake up, you hear boom, boom, boom.
Oi, you up in there? Dum, dum, dum.
I'm awake now, Jerry.
No, I'm not talking to you. Is you go up yet?
We gotta talk about roommate decorum just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm up, Jerry. What?
Right. When you're decent, which I mean, I hope is real soon. Could you come out here so we can talk? Cause I just had a dream, and it's about our mutual friend, and
You hear a loud creaking coming from inside of the room, and the door swings open, and just like holding the sheet to her chest. What do you want to talk about?
Sorry. Right, yeah, so there was the Devilman friend. He came into my dream and he made me weak.
She kind of like smirks and looks back at you, Leon.
One more time, Jerry.
I mean,
No, it's not about you, Leon, friend. It's between me and Anne here.
Am I not allowed to be concerned a little bit?
I'll admit, like once in a while, I thought about it. Like if the visions come and I'm in a particularly, but I mean, I didn't. Was it good?
No. I mean, he took my strength. Like,
Oh,
yeah. What are you?
nothing. It's fine. Just give it. Listen, give me a sec to get dressed, and I'll come out and we can talk about it.
Yeah, right. Right, yeah.
All right. Just sort of like closes the door again. Looks at you, Leon. It's a weird guy.
No, I know. He seems actually quite unnerved for him, so I am legitimately worried. He normally wouldn't shut me out that much, so
I think I know what's going on.
keep an eye, and if there's anything I can help with, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll do that. I just gotta find my clothes. She goes,
I like they're folded neatly. I think like I woke up in the middle of the night because of the bad dreams, or I guess the middle of the day. And cleaned up because it's an anxious Leon trait.
nice. Evelyn,
Yo.
give me a rouse. Do it.
We did not pass.
Oh boy, it's a hungry night for
we're
everyone.
a hungry night. Looks like we need to take a little trip somewhere to feed.
Your dream isn't as strong as the last one, but you do wake up to the sound of buzzing as the hive inside of you seems stirred, reflecting your own hunger. The ones that are inside of you are under your control and are almost like agitated by the growing hunger. But you do find yourself alone in your dungeon.
It's typical, I guess. All right. It's kind of my deal. Yeah, we're just kind of grouchy and hungry, and we'll get up and try to stop the bees from buzzing, and yeah.
Damn bees.
It's like, guys, chill. We'll figure it out.
It's like indigestion if you hit
Yeah.
hard enough.
It's the tummy grumbles.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Are you taking care of this now, or are you going to check up on people first?
I feel like I'm at 2 hunger, so I feel like I'm able to. I'll deal with it, but not right this second.
All right. As you leave your quarters, you hear the stirrings of Jerry, sort of like storming off, and Leon and Anne getting ready. The still neatly decorated and progressively getting dustier room of Imogen sits quiet. And another room sits quiet. Usually Octavia would get up before you because of your activities as a vampire. You usually get up later than everybody, but Octavia is nowhere to be seen.
Do I know? I know it was the previous night. So it was last night that they went to the Chantry?
Correct.
So I'm assuming, is the door closed or is she just like, is she asleep? Do I know if she came back? Or is she still at the Chantry?
The door, I believe, would be closed.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I was asking
I mean,
Octavia.
yeah, I'm assuming probably.
Yeah.
But before we went to sleep, was there any sign of her being home yet?
Not to your recollection.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she's not back. I'll maybe listen to see if I hear any stirring or anything. Just be like, is she here? I'm like, I look around, I'm like, does anybody know if Octavia came home? No? Anybody here? No? Okay, fine.
Sorry.
I'm just like, cool.
We're all unfortunately caught up in
We're all
Jerry's
dealing with
shit.
our own shit, so we're just like, okay.
Great.
None of you
I could send a bee in. I could send one little bee, and I could look.
go for it.
Okay, I do that. I think I have to rouse to do that.
Oh God.
Give me a rouse check.
Okay.
Don't open the door.
Okay, we're doing
Send
it.
a bee.
I don't want to be. I don't want to open it, and then it's like, oh no, I was interrupting something. I don't know. I know you were with Rita last night.
What?
What does that imply?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Anyways, I passed my rouse check.
All right.
Long corny jail for all of us. I'm just gonna say that right
I've done
now.
nothing wrong. I'm innocent.
Lies and slander.
Sending a bee in as a messenger, you are informed through the series of stinky emissions, that the room is in fact empty.
Cool. So she's still at the Chantry. Cool. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. They can come back now. Go to sleep, little bee. Anyways.
Kind of like pops inside and goes to sleep.
Wow, what a homie.
You did great.
As you all convene in the IOU office, Octavia, go ahead and give me a rouse check.
Come on. Am I one with the crew tonight? I am. I haven't failed a rouse in a while. 5.
Oh, the vibes.
Where are
hungry.
you?
I awaken in an area that I don't think I've awakened before. It doesn't smell very familiar, but I know where I am. I am in a secluded area of the Chantry. Prophet is here as well. And as this hunger hits me, I realize I don't have my chicken blood here. Sorry, Prophet. Looks like we might be a bit hungry for a little while.
You do smell blood. The Chantry almost permeates the smell of blood and arcana. And there are ingredients of bloods here, but they aren't the best. It's like drinking chemical supplies.
Oh boy. Are there animal bloods?
Again,
Would I be able to know by smelling them?
there are, but they are preserved so that they can be
Okay.
retained for magical means.
You'd think we would have found a better way to do this. I don't think I'm gonna drink that. That's weird.
I'm just saying it's there.
No, I like put it down. And I begin heading for the door, and then I hesitate and I say, Rita,
Yes.
do you think you'd be able to assist me in the library?
You are not meeting with Ephraim tonight?
Well, there are a few things I need to catch up on. I want to know more about these cultists, and I thought you might be the one to help me with that. But with Ephraim, yes, he might be the one that would know more about the whale-like monster.
I don't think you want to get him on any other tracks. He's been quite obsessed with the Dullahan. But I can help in the library if you need.
All right, well, in that case, then we have 2 things to discover. Actually, 3. You remember last night when I was speaking of my father?
Yes.
I've gotten more worried over the course of the day, sleeping, and I'm worried about how suddenly his demeanor changed. He seemed so well, and which is great, but something's not right.
Far be it from me to question, but kind do recover. He has been here for months.
That's true.
But if you are worried, you could get Evelyn to have a daywalker find him.
Yes, perhaps that's best. The comments he made about Mother were also quite, upsetting.
You have not spoken much about her.
Yes, well, I didn't really know her. She died when giving birth to me. But she was a lovely woman. I own her hairbrush. It's one of the only things I have left of hers, and Father always spoke quite kindly of her, but on my walk here the other evening, he refused to acknowledge her, and she's been lost. It was his mission to find her, and he just didn't want to discuss it. It just, the whole thing felt so strange.
I would agree that it does seem odd. Well, one thing at a time, I suppose.
Yes, I'm glad you're here to help me.
Yes. And she'll kind of like grab your hand as she opens the door.
And we will head to do some research.
Nice. Go ahead and give me a intelligence and occult, and I will let you add. God, it's the Chantry, so like 4 dice.
Wow.
It's a pretty
It's too
big.
bad this creature isn't a ghost, otherwise I would have been in even more.
You don't know.
Well, that's true. So if it is, I have a specialty for that. Okay. Holy cow. So many. I'm going to use a willpower.
All right.
Okay, so I'm re-rolling 4, but so far I have 5 successes already. Add 2 more, 7.
7 successes. Now, I know that some people get annoyed when they succeed and don't find anything. But this is something that you are sure does not have historical written information about. I wouldn't say scour, because you do this fairly quickly. You and Rita combined have a pretty extensive knowledge of where things are in the Chantry library, and with your combined works, find, historical references to like fiction about sea creatures, some accounts of people catching large sea creatures that can't be accounted for, even some internal works of the Chantry that have been covered up where someone has legitimately found a somewhat supernatural sea creature and has kept it out of public works. But nothing specifically matching the cultists that attacked Abbigail.
And nothing about this like whale creature, not like any other sort of things we would know.
Again, almost like cryptozoology. Your recollection from the vision matches several key witness descriptions of sightings, as well as like actual works of like a big ass whale. But you are absolutely sure that the thing that you saw in your vision and the thing that the cultists worship has not been documented the way that it is.
Sorry, I'm just writing that down.
And I say this
I'm
with
an investigator.
with knowledge that you rolled this high. Know that you, as Octavia, are certain that this thing is not.
We don't know.
Has not been written down before.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is more exciting or more terrifying.
The Drumir and me says that if we discover it, we can write it down. And we will be the first.
That's true. I believe that the rest of the investigators should be at home. Would you like to join us on our investigation?
I have training, unfortunately. She sort of, you sense a bit of like guilt in her voice.
Is your training not going well?
I just don't know. We have really not talked about the position yet. I know that you were, and I just don't want to make you feel bad about it.
No, of course. It's hard, but I'm very pleased for you. And the needs of my family and my lost mum do come before this.
Oh, great. I will provide anything I can. But you have a good night with your friends.
Thank you. Shall we go, Prophet? All right. And I'll just hug her before I leave.
All right. And as you leave the Chantry,
I can't believe there was nothing in there. Oh!
sometimes being that way is what it do. It takes a bit of time for Anne to get prepared. But she eventually meets you out in the main office of the IOU. Abigail, you arrive around this same time, seeing another very large person standing next to Jerry through the window of the office, one that you do not recognize.
How, like, Jerry's 6 foot, right?
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot and some change.
How big is this other person?
6 foot and a bit more change.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll walk over. Me, 5 foot, walking over.
Right now, she's almost wearing like what's it called? Cheeky Blinders? Is that the show?
Peaky
Peaky
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Cheeky blinders.
Nice.
Yes. Let's go.
She's got like the like suspenders over like a white shirt that's sort of like opened a little bit at the top, and it's like tucked into some nice looking slacks. Her hair is like pulled back into a ponytail,
Cool.
and she's from your investigator standpoint slightly more intimidating than Jerry in terms of presence.
Wow. That must yeah, I can see you're a little hurt by that. I should ask, as I always do, because it's very important to me. Is she thick?
Yes.
I mean, Leon, is Anne thick? What do you think?
Nice.
I don't think you deserve the answer.
All right, that's fair. That's the answer.
That's a yes.
Damn. Yeah, I'm tired and I'm hungry. I will go over and say hi. Jeez, what are you? There's something in the water?
What?
Also big.
Just kind of like looks down at you and says, I think you got a customer, Jerry.
No, she's the new one. You and I need to talk.
That's
Me?
what I'm here for. Wait, me?
Which one? Hey.
No, not you. Abigail, Leon is upstairs, and he needs assistance with something. Why don't you help him while we, the
You
tall people,
do.
talk?
Oh.
Jesus.
All right. I guess so. But American? You American lady?
Yeah. Where are you from?
New York. Where you from?
None of your business.
Wow. I like you. I'll go
Yeah,
inside.
Y'all can bond other time. Annie,
Yeah, right. So
Oh,
you got a problem then with you know who?
Yeah. So I was having this dream. Apparently I'm not fighting enough. For
Yeah.
his liking, so he kind of sapped all my strength away, and it was terrifying. I couldn't even lift a bucket.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
Strength's all I've got. That's what I bring to this. That
Well-
and my charm.
I mean, you got the poetry and you like reading, so I mean,
Yeah, but only Imogen like doing that stuff with me. I mean, Leon sits there and flips through the books, but he brings nothing to the conversation.
well, I think just Leon thinks that a lot of them are not, up to his standards. I, on the other hand, like a few of them, but I haven't been invited, so. But
It's an open door policy.
it would still be nice to be asked.
You can come to the next one. It's next Tuesday. But can
We'll-
we deal
we'll see
with
if
this,
I'm free.
please?
Yeah, so your last fight was with me.
Yeah, and he wants me to top that somehow. And last time you nearly ripped my head off. In a good way.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
think-
good bout. Yeah, it was pretty fair. You think?
May have set you up for. No, it wasn't. I mean,
Really?
whatever you
You
got to
won't-
tell yourself. But
You
you
won't kick me
can't
while I'm
lie.
down then?
You can't
Just
lie to
kick me.
him. I got to set you up for success now because I definitely have set you up for failure.
Thanks for that.
So what did he say when he pulled your strength out? Was he just like, "I'm getting tired of this. I'm gonna kill you now," or?
No, it was more like you haven't been fighting enough, and I challenged him, and he's like, and then he took my strength.
Well, I would like to tell you that I have an idea of who you could fight that would top me, but honestly, he's a bit picky, and
But I'm Belgium Jerry.
yeah, which means that you're a bit more formidable than a lot of the people that he manages.
Right, who's this mate then?
I mean, it's a long story. I gave Leon a bit of it, but he's kind of my sire.
Is he local?
In the sense that, you know, he's in here and kind of taps like towards your chest and in there.
Was he the bloke in my dream? Is that your sire?
Wait, who are you talking about? No, wait, what? Yes, the one that, the guy that you can get visions from when you fight is kind of my. I say kind of because it's kind of the guy that my sire ate, and then it gets a little bit messy.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's fair. The long and the short of it is you're gonna have to find either someone that's stronger than me, or I don't know, he might pull your strength out.
Right, yeah, and who's stronger than you? Will he accept a werewolf fight? Because I could do that.
I mean, that could work. Sure, I haven't fought in a werewolf.
Really? It was quite fun. They'll kill you if you lose, but it's quite fun.
Yeah. Do you know any werewolves that would be willing to fight you?
I might know a few.
Alright. Well, beyond that, like, I don't know, like a... Kind of like looks around. No one here.
No. It's like Miss Evelyn and Leon are good and all, but like they hoppy and skippy fight, and I need someone like there so I could just right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that's a real hassle for you. That people move too quickly for you to punch.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
That's fair. Alternatively, and I am saying alternatively, you could try to pass him on to someone. He kind of gets... I don't know, what's up to you?
And how would I pass it on to someone? Do I have to kiss somebody? Is it like that one of them kind of diseases?
I mean, I passed it on by getting so angry that I wanted to kill you. If you recall,
bring that out on people.
If you can get to a stage of that, and perhaps the person that you're giving it to is worthy enough, he might get bored of you, but that's a big if.
I don't know if I ever want to get so mad I want to kill someone. I'll fight for fun.
Listen, I'm just giving you options. I'll fight you again, but it's not gonna help.
No, we already did that. I'm gonna fight anyone. I would like to fight that little one I sent upstairs. I haven't fought her yet, and she got a gun. I want to see how I stand to get that.
I mean, best of luck. I'm gonna...
You don't understand me.
No. I'm gonna go. I got some stuff I gotta do tonight. Good luck. I do mean that. Good luck.
Right, yeah. Thanks for that. Oh, real quick, and I know Leon and you really close. Could you not mention this to him, please?
You want me to lie?
No,
to my significant other?
I want you to keep my business out of your mouth.
Or what? That's what I thought. But yeah, I'll keep your secret. No, I'll keep your secret. Don't worry. Honest to God.
Thank you.
All right. She kind of like nods and walks away. And like raises a hand as she leaves the door.
Wait, you're not coming with us to the feeding pit?
Now I got business to do.
All right then. Have a good night then.
Ding, ding, ding. Abigail.
Was this just happening in the main room, by the way? I'm fucking up.
I'm
not
Leon is
subtle.
not around. Leon is laying down.
I believe Abigail was like going downstairs, but you could have at like any time could have been there just hiding in the shadows watching.
Yeah, I feel like I was just fucking there, and I'm just not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna be like,
Cool,
Okay.
cool. You're
I'm
all
into it.
betraying
Demonship.
me. I get it.
Not a chance either of them would have been able to roll high enough to see you.
No, I'm just like,
Oh no, I am
Right.
not. I'm not subtle at all.
Abigail, you spend some time walking around through this labyrinthine dungeon underneath the IOU, attempting to find somebody.
Oh, I sent her upstairs.
Nobody was upstairs. Oh, you,
Oh, never mind.
What
Oops.
floor is my room on?
you're in the basement.
Ah, shit.
I need to
You're
make a
right.
map of this thing at some point.
We need
Leon
fan
just-
art.
Leon just feels like an upstairs type of sleeper, so I wouldn't
that's
even
what I
question
thought
it.
too.
No beds upstairs.
That's what I thought too.
You decorated the basement to be more homey. We did a whole
You're
like,
right.
home-
You're right. It's just,
we did an
it's, you
A&E
know.
episode about this. Regardless, you do eventually find Leon, Abigail.
Knock knock.
Well, it's not Jerry. At least I'm like dressed, but definitely it's just not in the mood. I open the door. Yes. Good night. Hi.
Hey, something's off today. You guys doing okay?
I mean, personally, just not the best night of sleep, but it's fine. Nothing that's a little bit of food can't handle.
Me
I'm-
too. I'm in a little bit of a predicament. I don't really feed the way that I think that you guys do. See, back home, we had this thing where we would find these vans, and they'd have supplies of blood that was donated, and I would feed like that because I am having trouble still getting accustomed.
Ah. Okay, so just need some accommodations. That's nothing major. Well, you are in luck because I have a place I've been dying to show you.
Oh, is it a hospital? What is it?
Well, no. Well, any place full of blood might be considered a hospital, but no. It's the feeding pit. Have you heard of it yet?
I've heard a couple of mentions of it.
Perfect. So, you don't have to dress for the occasion. It's fast casual, so you're fine in what you're wearing.
Oh, this is all I got. Do
Then,
you have more than one outfit?
I blink at you slowly, like you're a child asking me a question.
What? What?
Yes, of course I have more than one outfit. Do you only keep one? All right,
You
at
gotta-
some point we'll have to do more about your wardrobe just so you have variety. It's nothing wrong with it. It works
Wait.
for you. It's a good outfit. I'm just saying you should have more options just in case something happens. Anyway,
What's gonna happen? Oh,
I don't know.
jeez.
You just change your opinion on how you feel like dressing. You need to have variety. Anyway, we should get going. It's a wonderful place. And then like, despite how elegant Leon is, this is the most like we've all lived together long enough where Leon just sort of yells out the door, "Who wants to go to the feeding pit?"
sure, why not?
Oh, Miss Avie, how long you been there?
Oh, I just got here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm down.
Good evening.
You guys missing one?
Oh, Octavia has had some things to take care of at the Chantry. I think she got a bit tied up there. I'm sure she's aware of our plans. I think we discussed it before that we were going to go and meet up there. If not, we can leave a bit of a note. It's fine.
Yes. Do any of us functionally do we have a Braille typewriter?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
in a
good.
Yeah, we would. We totally
Okay.
would.
I was just hit with the realization of
Yeah, I think we absolutely would.
I
be
was
able
thinking
to.
of voice message because I was about to get a wax cylinder and be like, Miss Octavia, we went to the feeding pit.
You gotta leave like an escape room style sequence of clues so that Octavia has to figure out where you went.
God, the least accessibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, but the most fun.
Yeah.
And then I come through the door.
Oh.
Oh, it's so active in here. Wait, can I, Kelly?
Yeah. It's a real friend setup we got here.
So much commotion. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late.
We were just speaking about you. We were wondering where you'd gotten off to. Just at the Chantry, I assume?
Yes, and unfortunately, I have no information other than the fact that the Chantry holds no information of this creature or the cultists themselves. Quite an interesting find.
That's a little concerning.
Wait, does that mean they're really, really old or like
Or very new.
fresh face?
Or very secretive. Secret enough that the most secretive clan couldn't gather any information on them.
Bacco did seem to think that people just worship random shit, and then they, I don't know, shouldn't be something to worry about.
I mean, we did have that vision where the entire city was underwater, and that seemed pretty real.
Yeah, but dreams
problem.
aren't real. I don't know
I
what
mean,
you guys, but I have some
we're-
crazy dreams, and you just
were,
ignore them.
To be fair, that sometimes can be true, but also we did come out of that dream actually wet.
Oh, that's true.
Right, it sounds like a fantastic conversation, but you
Kelly, shut
hear
up.
his stomach growl. You hear Jerry's stomach like growl because he did drink some booze that did not like agree with him. So yeah.
Who's gonna lead the way?
Well, and then I think like give me 1 second. Leon run back in and like has a slightly different black and white like outfit on. It's the one I got from the Giovanni's, in fact. Yes, well, I should dress a little bit fancier because I am showing you to the feeding pit, and I will use my extra sway to make sure you get all of the accommodations you need. All right, everyone, after me.
All right.
And as you all...
Sorry, I was just gonna make sure everyone got through. Like I'm bringing up the rear is what I'm.
Oh, so we don't get jumped on the way to the feeding pit?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I figured
Actually,
you guys would take the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just I'm bringing up the rear honestly to be like an arm for Miss Octavia when she gets into the carriage.
The carriage, by the way, Abigail, is a gargantuan, pitch black, elegantly designed carriage that
Damn.
not only comfortably fits all 5 of you plus a dog, minus whoever actually ends up driving, but appears to have like extra space, sort of like padding around this interior compartment. And it is drawn by 4 black Clydesdales, and in the front, a 5th kind of greasier looking black stallion with like kind of glinting red eyes.
Damn. How'd you get this thing? I mean, I guess you do have powers and stuff, being all-knowing government folk.
We're not all knowing. Also,
Well,
Most
Speak for
knowing.
yourself.
Who is driving the carriage?
Who has drive?
I
on
have
their
some
sheet?
degree of drive. I have 2 drive. That's enough.
All right.
Oh, hang on. I might have drive. Do I have drive? I remember helping Imogen.
I mean, it's
nope,
also
I
not.
lied.
You don't have to. You're not doing like extreme sports, so it's
Not that we
mostly.
know of.
Leon
Unless
is
we
putting
get
the
jumped
useless
while we're
twink
in the
allegations
carriage.
to bed by driving.
So as you draw the carriage and have it gallop away down the street, on the way to the feeding pit, just as you're leaving, Leon, you catch for a moment the eye of someone standing just outside the building next to yours. It is Duncan, who is currently talking to someone that you don't recognize, and he sort of looks up at you and like does a quick nod and turns back to the figure he's talking to. And with that, we're going to go on break.
Have you heard of PinUpCanada.com? This fantastic fantastic Vancouver local shop offers the best selection of pinup clothing right to your door. With inclusive sizes ranging from extra small to 6X, each item has been handpicked and carefully curated by owner and former pinup model Jen Kaboom. At pinupcanada.com, you can find retro swing skirts, dick-shaped soap, vampy wiggle dresses, glorious purses, and more. Seriously, at least half of my wardrobe is from this amazing independently owned shop, which ships Canada and US wide. Don't delay. Follow them on Instagram at Pinup Canada and visit pinupcanada.com to find the perfect retro outfit and risque homewares today.
We love Elderwood Academy's mission to make people happier with their gaming, and we love their customization options for their fantastic products. Elderwood Academy offers gaming-themed gear including spellbook dice trays, dice boxes and towers, and other enchanting RPG supplies. The Tiddies all received amazing hex chests to store our dice. These handcrafted hex chests are made of top-grade solid hardwoods and feature magnetic enclosures and a sculpted beehive interior to hold your dice in style. Shop today at elderwoodacademy.com. That's ELDERWOOD academy.com.
Hello, folks. It's Sara here to remind you that you can influence our games by supporting us on patreon.com/tabletoptiddies. It's only on Patreon that you can gain access to unique polls that control elements of both our Dungeons & Dragons show, as well as our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. What spell scrolls await in a dungeon's treasure chest? Should the guest PC be kind or disgusted by the coterie? You decide. You can also create your own magic items to be featured in the games, and it's the best way to support the show. All of this and more can be found at patreon.com/tabletoptiddies. And remember, whenever we say tabletop titties, it's with double D's.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
My
you
cap.
started both of these cracks with just the most anguished declaration.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, the
Kelly, you have
pin.
to tell me how that is, because I haven't had one yet.
It is no-name brand mimosa cider.
Oh.
I love no name brand mimosa cider.
Oh, I know which one she is.
No-name brand.
It's
I
no name
like
brand.
her.
It's pretty good.
All
Not
right.
not a Spencer, no name. Anyways.
Oh yeah, which is an actual brand in Canada. Sorry, American.
Yeah.
The carriage makes its way through the city as pedestrians sort of give you space. The city is starting to warm up a bit, so a lot more people are sort of walking around at night. And you navigate your way through the streets towards what you know colloquially as the feeding pit. You find parking space, which I'm sure exists in this day and age.
It does for me.
100%.
They have valet.
Yeah,
Did you say valet?
I said valet.
they got a little
Okay,
valet.
I was about to light you up, Casper.
They got that bad light.
As the carriage is taken away, all of you recognize this place. It is very unassuming from the outside. It is intentionally made to look like it almost doesn't exist. Abigail, it's strangely reminiscent to you. It's just a set of stairs that go down to a door lower than floor level in the side of a building.
All right, like a speakeasy.
Can I just preemptively, before we go in, can I have left Corvo at the IOU just because of the cultists? I just
Sure.
want to make sure that they don't track us or whatever and try to break into and do weird shit. I don't know. Paranoid Evelyn is paranoid.
We hard
Since
cut
we don't
to
know anything about them.
We hard cut to Marguerite angrily wiping bird shit off the side of the IOU. Goddamn
man.
ravens.
I can just have them on a perch somewhere, just chilling.
Sorry.
That's it.
Are we about to head down?
It's up to you.
I'll just, Evelyn, can I speak to you for a moment, just before we head in?
Yes, of course.
And I'll wait to hear if everyone else leaves.
I was gonna be a gentleman, but if you want to talk to
I
Miss
did
Evelyn,
want
that's
to wait
fine.
for everybody for like one whole big, like,
All right,
show of it.
family affair.
I mean, I'll turn around earmuffs.
It's fine. It's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
here too. Hey.
Everyone except you, Abigail.
Okay.
Don't believe my visions are real. I don't know.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that I don't know. You guys
Real
ever get?
sensitive about it.
You guys ever get those
It's
spooky
my
dreams?
thing. It's the only thing I do. Yes, I'm sensitive about it.
You do more than just that. Come on now.
We're getting sidetracked. Everyone, I'm worried about my father.
Oh.
What
Is he alright?
Yes.
As I left to head to the Chantry, we had a conversation, and I mean, he's been living in the IOU for a while. You've all seen him.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been here for quite some time, yes.
And he was quite frail and ill, and he had been attempting to make contact with my mother in the Shadow Realm, which was not working out. But last evening, he just seemed so different. His demeanor, his energy was much higher, and his number one goal in his life was to save my mother from the Shadow Realm, and yesterday he didn't even want to speak of her. He
that
mentioned...
is the most interesting part of all of that, because I mean, mortals do get better, but it seems odd to completely change unless he saw something terrible in the Shadow Realm that maybe made him not want to continue that.
Or some sort of midlife crisis.
Yeah, is he get a new girlfriend?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, he did mention a friend.
Hmm.
Interesting. I could certainly take a look and send somebody to maybe gather information, but that would be totally up to you.
I do think that would be best, but are you saying that you all noticed that he was healing slowly over time?
Did we notice? Or was it like he was always like really frail and weak, and then like one day he was just like, I feel great!
Give me a retroactive wits and awareness. Anybody who
Hell
wants any sort of information on this.
I'm gonna tell you, Jerry did not notice.
Just not paying attention to the old man.
4.
I'm
getting all my dice together to roll wits and awareness.
Nice.
You're like, hold on, let me get my entire bag.
Look, I'm trying to help.
Yeah, I'm so interested.
I got a 5.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize 2 of these were fucking 10s.
Ooh,
So that's 6.
nice.
I got one up by the same person.
Dummy!
So between the two of you, I mean, Evelyn, you mostly got your information from your crew because you've been avoiding him.
Yeah, it was like ugly as shit, yeah.
And Leon, he'll occasionally like pull you aside and just start telling you like stories from his trips, or like praising you for your fashion and being sort of jealous and stuff like that. Maybe talking about like works of fiction that he found. He's been healing regularly over time. He's been eating more. He's like getting out more. He's like outside during the day, so he looks healthier. He doesn't smell, and he, has cleaned himself up a bit. He's got like a very classic like old man mustache that nearly covers his mouth now, and his hair looks fuller. But you did distinctly notice a difference over the course of like maybe a week, where he didn't get healthier, he got happier.
Yes, okay. I think the energy spike, specifically, we all noticed a shift more recently. Health-wise, it was an ongoing thing.
Well,
I think that's at least what I heard. I haven't really shared the space with him, clearly.
I mean, he'd love to tell stories. No offense, he's wonderful. Love him. But yes, he seemed like he's been on a general upswing, but the energy might be a bit more noticeable and recent.
Perhaps Jerry is correct. Maybe he has found himself a friend.
Hey, I'm observant.
Of course you are.
Of course, yes.
Well, in that case, I think I would like to know more about this friend, just to be on the safe side. I don't want her whispering in his ear about forgetting my mother. But I'm happy that he's happy.
Family dinner? A late night dinner, of course.
Wait, I thought we weren't supposed to eat him.
No, I mean, Octavia could do that. What?
Are we eating her then?
No, not necessarily.
I think we need to go inside and get something to eat. Somebody sounds hungry. I'm a little peckish
You're
myself.
very observant, Jerry.
Yeah.
And with that, are you all heading into Diana's feeding pit?
Yes, I will.
You don't add a first name to the front of it. It
I
makes
will
it
pat.
so
I'll give Octavia like a nice like kind pat, like just like a comforting like hand on shoulder moment, just to be like, I will look into this for you if you would like. Do not worry.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
I'm gonna hold the door open for everybody, which means I'm last again.
You sound so upset about it.
You don't have to hold the door.
No
We're
one.
capable of opening our own doors, Jerry.
No,
I know
no,
you're
I'm
trying
not.
to be polite.
I'm not sad about it. That's just me. That's Casper being weird right now.
Calling it Diana's
It's
feeding
fine.
pit makes it
1,000-yard
sound like
stare
a...
about opening the door.
Fine, I'll open the door.
Yeah, I'm opening the door for everybody.
But you are right. Calling it Diana's feeding pit makes it sound like a barbecue joint where they just like put a whole tray in front of you.
Here's a whole
yeah.
person.
They
Have
cook the
fun.
rack of ribs in front of you. It's the rough.
Too long since I've had Korean barbecue where you barbecue it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, this
I
is
know.
nothing like that.
No, that's
Abigail, what you see as the door opens is almost like it's almost like looking into a body that is being lit from the outside. You know when you put a light on the back of your hand and the red almost comes through the palm? The atmosphere of this space feels like that sense. It is draped on the inside of multiple hanging fabrics that sort of like dampen sound and light inside, and it's like stepping into a heart. It is vast and unknowingly wide, as you can't see any given wall. All you can see are these layered clear fabrics that just sort of eventually become opaque the further away they become. You hear whispers of people talking out in the distance, but you can't see anybody, and you can hear people moving without any actual sight of them. And everyone else around you seems perfectly casual about entering the space. And as you close the door behind you, it seals you in. It feels like the only air that could escape this place was through that door. But it's strangely comforting. It's like being embraced by somebody, and the smell is overwhelmingly satisfying. It is blood, but it is savory. It is sweet. It is spicy a little bit. It is like a potpourri of flavors in your nose. And just as you begin to settle, you're startled by a figure that you can see sort of drifting in and out of these fabrics, seemingly teleporting as you see a silhouette through one and then moving again in another direction. And as it grows closer to you, you sort of feel unsettled, and gently, almost like a ghost, one of the fabrics sort of part, and you see in front of you a tall pale woman in a gown, almost like a wedding gown, that is stained with blood on the front. And as you look at her, her face is pleasant and welcoming, but her head is shaved, and there is a line going up her scalp that seems to be split and almost intersectioning like a corset made of flesh going along the top of her head. And out the back of the gown, you can see a cape that looks like it's made of flesh. And as she comes closer, it almost like shifts and breezes a bit. And you can tell that it's almost like wings, like leathery bat wings that are just hanging gently off of her back. Welcome. I see that you have brought a new guest. My name is Diana.
Hi, Abbigail Summers, and I will do the bow that I've been doing to many of the folks on this side of the water.
She like smiles a bit and sort of like curtsies to you. And the investigators of the occult and unusual. Leon, it is so good to see you. And she sort of puts out a hand to you.
I think in direct opposition in terms of sheer formality compared to Abigail, I think I immediately take her hand and like kiss the top of it. It's always lovely to see you. Can you also be gentle with Abigail? It's her first time here, and we have a couple of dietary needs we need taken care of. If you can do that for us.
Of course. It is always my goal to welcome newcomers. It's a clan policy, one might say. Anything that you need, you will find here. Anything you desire.
Diana?
Yes.
Along those lines, you think I could find a fight here?
Peculiar request, but I could perhaps find something for you.
As long as it's not in front of the table, I'd appreciate that.
No.
No.
As dear Evelyn would know, we have separate rooms for that.
Right, if you could find someone who's a bit stronger than Anne, Leon's Anne. I know there's a lot of Annes in the city. Leon's Anne. Yeah, someone stronger than her that I could fight would be fantastic.
She kind of like bites her lip to stop herself from chuckling.
I am also like side-eyeing, like giving a knowing look just slightly behind Jerry because I listened to that full conversation with Anne. I'm just like,
I'll see what I can do.
Would appreciate that. Thank you so much.
May I show you to your table?
Thank you.
Right this way. And she sort of like turns and parts some of the sheets or curtains and leads you along. And as you follow her, it's almost immediately claustrophobic, but again, sort of comforting, being surrounded by this soft, dim lighting and occasional whispers off somewhere in the room, and the curtains just like gently brushing up against you. And again, she almost seems like a ghost, occasionally disappearing through the fabric and reappearing. And occasionally you catch glimpses of groups. You see, as one of them parts, a low table with cushions surrounding it and a collection of what appear to be vampires enjoying the company of their food. And you sort of continue along, and they disappear, and you can hear their whispers and their conversations almost miles away now. And eventually she leads you to a similar table. It is low and larger to accommodate all of you, and there are cushions surrounding it. And she sort of gestures for each of you and helps you down, Octavia, to sit on the cushions. I would assume the usual, other than Jerry and I don't have the pleasure of knowing your particular tastes, Miss Abigail. What can I get for you?
I look at Leon.
Say what you need. I promise.
I don't really understand. I don't do this like you guys do, and Ooh.
Settle
I'm
down.
getting a fight in a sailor.
It's
So
okay. Whatever desires you may have to feed, I can accommodate them.
I ain't gonna bite nobody.
You
No.
don't have to.
I don't?
No. Like I said, whatever your accommodations are, I promise. They are taken care of.
Oh, well, I guess I just need a bag.
Of course.
Can you do that?
Yes. If it would help
Oh.
you, Miss Octavia has similar requirements. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
I don't. Why?
Oh, there you
there
go.
you are.
I don't use a bag, but I do have something in a glass.
Oh, I guess I don't need to do it out of a bag. It's just whatever it is in, I guess. A glass? That could be nice.
Whatever helps. We're all trying to retain some degree of humanity. And whatever keeps us closer to remembering that we still hold on to that, I will bring.
Cool.
Give me a wits and insight.
Ugh. I'm perspiring. It's mostly the skin cape, but it's a lot of things. Wits and insight. Can I know? No, I don't.
This is why Jerry has been behind everybody, making sure Abigail doesn't run away.
Oh.
That is one success.
Yeah, you're... As I said, it's weird. Your human side is unnerved, but the beast feels calm. For the first time in a while, there doesn't seem to be danger coming from your beast. Your beast feels like it's in the right place.
I don't think I've ever felt anything like that before. I'll take a deep breath and kind of rub my arms and loosen up a little bit. All right. I'll have what Miss Octavia's having, I guess.
Of course. Miss Evelyn, will you be requiring a private room or something a little bit more subtle tonight?
Not that peckish, but perhaps something would do. I think a bit more subtle would be appropriate tonight, though. Thank you,
course.
though.
And she just like looks at you, Leon, and smiles, and just knowingly walks back through the curtains and nearly immediately fades.
I love what she's done with her hair.
Honestly.
Oh yeah, the little crisscross thing on
Yes.
top. It was
Yes,
really good.
yes.
Yeah.
Abigail,
Yeah.
I noticed, far be it from me to make it sound like I am participating in a bit of mockery, but I did notice you happen to be a little unnerved. Are you still relatively new to the whole blood drinking thing?
Well, I just kind of expected it to be a room full of carcasses. Pit sounds
Oh,
not very
God.
classy.
It doesn't, but you know, we have a little bit of fun.
Is it actually called the feeding pit?
That's not its original title, but it's kind of become more of a community name.
And it's a business. She runs.
Yes. Why would I get dressed up if it was just bodies on a floor?
I don't know, man.
That sounds
What
like
kind of
something I would
vampires
do.
did you hang about with before to give you the idea that we're all... I mean, I look like a feral beast, but I don't think we all act as such. But I'm just concerned as to what maybe you've been through to think that would be the case. You don't have to share if you do not wish. I just want you to know you are safe here.
I just, I don't think I knew many vamps that were still trying to hold on to that humanity, like she said. But
Oh,
that makes a
dreadful.
lot of sense.
I am sorry about that.
So this is how it is. We just exist and we go to bars and we look up clues and settle crimes, and that's life
It can be.
forever.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I also have relationship stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, and I
new
spiced
are
my
you?
life up.
I ain't that new. I just feel like I want to start fresh, and I want to know what I want to do. I don't know. I just don't want to do
Sire
what I did
didn't
before.
Explain any of this?
Saya was.
Who
Oh.
turned you?
Oh.
You know who turned you?
Unfortunately, for some.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Unfortunately.
I just found out mine.
Oy, oy, oy. This
Well,
is
see- What happened to me was there was a festival and I was drunk. And then there was a monster, and then I woke up and I was like this. This happened a while ago.
Have you always been shredded?
Like this?
Like massive?
Yeah.
Large?
Yes.
Alright. That's cool, I guess.
Apparently I fought a werewolf. Just like a mortal, like a human.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
How
Have you shared that before? I don't think you shared that information with the rest of the group. I remember you fought one when you were you now, but
Yeah, no, that's how I turned, apparently.
impressive.
Yeah, I was fighting. Go figure. At a festival. October?
I remember you mentioning
Yeah.
Oktoberfest. I just don't recall the werewolf part.
Yeah, no. It turns out the girl I was fancying, was supposed to be the prize of the thing. She was Messiah, and the bloke I was fighting, turned out to be a werewolf. He up and turned, and I think I saved her life. I nearly died, but then she turned me, and now I'm here with you, lovely folks.
2 lives saved that night, then.
Yeah.
After a few minutes,
Yeah. Wait, Chad. What's
another
the name?
another figure walks through the curtains. A well-dressed man. His hair is sort of like pulled back into a little bun, wearing a short-sleeve shirt, but only on one side. The other side has the sleeve rolled down, and in one hand he's carrying a tray that has 2 glasses, and he sits next to Leon and places the glasses in front of you, Abigail, and sort of like clinks it for you, Octavia, and then just sits next to Leon.
Hey, this a friend? Hey, oh, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
I think Leon just kind of tries not to make a scene about this. Yes, just a friend of mine. I
Yeah.
there's nothing I can say that gets me out of trouble.
You're like speechless for the
part
first
is
time.
just stuttering about it.
Really good.
The man kind of like smirks a little bit at this like awkward encounter, and kind of like looks at you, Abigail, and says, "You're new, aren't you?"
Hey, yeah. I'll take a look at my goblet, my glass. I called it a goblet. I don't know why. It's a glass.
Yeah,
Right?
it's almost like a like really nice whiskey glass, but it is nearly full to the brim with blood.
Oh, nice, nice. I'll cheers Octavia.
Bottoms up.
And as you do that, the guy kind of like raises his wrist gently in front of Leon.
I, of course, partake. Thank you as always.
And you can see him like And when you're done, he sort of like stands and like, Jerry, yours will be by soon, and Evelyn, yours is being dragged out of the street as we speak. And sort of walks through the
Nice, kind,
the
like,
curtains.
thank you grin. Like,
You're surprised, Abigail, because it's not great and not that satisfying blood. It kind of tastes like chicken a little bit.
Oh. But it's good though, like, or not good, but like I'm sated.
It'll satisfy one hunger
Oh,
if you
all
drink
right.
the entire thing.
Damn. So
I didn't know you were a fellow farmer.
Ah, that's a classier word than bagger. So yeah, that was a little different, but was still okay, I guess.
I see where we went wrong. You won't want exactly what I order next time. But they
Oh.
can still get you human blood from a bag. Now I understand why you said bag. My apologies.
I have been a little cryptic. I guess I'm a little off today.
I mean, we are also allowed to be a little guarded. I understand you are new here, and despite our friendliest efforts, we can be somewhat intimidating.
I did bite your head off about the visions.
Yeah, and I didn't mean it any offense, ma'am. I just it's been a little crazy, and don't you guys ever have like not like your visions, but like things in the middle of the night?
Nightmares?
Yeah, but like real spooky.
What ones that attack your personal fears and like leave you shooting up when you as soon as you wake and scared to death that you might not be as strong as you thought you were?
I mean, yes, except for the strength thing, but not.
Yeah, that
far
was a
away.
little specific, but yeah, pretty much.
they usually include a familiar face.
Yeah.
We get them sometimes.
And what do you how do they
We deal with it. I drink.
I do my best to be better than that familiar face.
It's not real though, is what I'm hearing?
In
I
a
hope not.
sense, it's... I'm assuming we are talking about when you awake and you feel the beast's hunger.
Sure.
You get... I am assuming you are getting a message from the beast, which is from the person who made you like this. I'm sorry if I am talking like it's simple. I just want to make sure that we're talking about the same thing.
You mean
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
is it always the person who
It should be.
Oh god. Abigail's gonna be a little bit quiet. She's gonna finish the rest of her drink. If she can stomach it.
It's fair.
Is anyone else doing anything while you're waiting for the rest of the food to arrive?
Jar, did you try and say something?
Cut out again. But now you're
oh,
back, so I
there
don't
you
know.
I think I just was like, my
Okay.
game might be too low.
Mm.
I'll just adjust it. But no, I'm good.
I think when in between eating, Leon's been fiddling with this little like cylinder that I received last session.
Mm.
Give me a wits and investigation.
You know, you think for someone who's legally an investigator. I'd have more than 1 point in investigation.
You could burn a willpower to.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how okay I do first. Crit.
Ooh.
That's 4.
Hey.
4 success. Beautiful.
So how many successes? Sorry.
4.
4. As you're all having having these conversations, waiting for the rest of the food to arrive, Leon is just sitting there fiddling with this very elegantly designed cylinder. And as you look around, Leon, you notice like some separation in parts of it, and sort of like fiddle with it for a bit, and you manage to twist it, and the 2 ends of it pop. One end, a like sharp pin sticks out of it, and the other side just sort of like cracks back, almost as if the surface of it has separated like a lid, but it is still held connected.
I'm like, this is in front of everybody, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming it is, unless you have it under the table or something.
No, it's in front of everybody.
Okay.
Wait, what you got there, Leon?
A gift, I suppose.
So many interested parties with you lately.
I don't know what you mean exactly.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Miss Evelyn?
Oh, nothing. It's just people being very friendly with Leon. He's just a friendly person.
I shoot Evelyn a look.
I wink.
Can I look this over a bit more?
Yep. So right now, the center part didn't disconnect at all. It just sort of shifted, like you twisted it, and it popped at the end. So there is this like sort of, it's not that long, but it is a sharp pin, and then the other side, kind of like the cap, has like separated from the base of the cylinder. But that seems, you feel like it is a multi-staged contraption.
I feel like this. I don't want to just. It feels like rude dinner decorum to open and fiddle with a puzzle around everybody. Is that?
No, it's all right. Can I take a look at it? I won't break it. I promise.
No, I would never assume you would. Sure. Hopefully it's not trapped.
Who gave this to you?
I received it from Duncan, correct?
Yes. I sent
Now, I'm going to ask the question. If that's, are you saying Duncan, or are you just asking if that's who you got it from to the Storyteller?
That was Dare asking, but I'm going to say Duncan.
Never mind.
Out loud.
I was going to ask if I actually recognize the name because I'm sus. But...
I received it from Duncan.
Do I recognize the name? Is that actually a person that I know? Or is he just a fake liar, pants on fire? Because I don't know how many people I have. There's too many people, but you've never mentioned this name before.
You, Evelyn, recognize this name as one of the... he goes to parties and tries to get information from, like, rich folk.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
But I appreciate your dedication to unraveling this mystery.
Perhaps before we play with it, would you mind if I touch it?
That was Dare the entire. Yes. Of course.
Consent is key.
I feel free. And I just I feel like I'm trying to maneuver this in a way where I'm like having to shift a lot to hand it over.
And I would like to do Spirit's Touch on this object.
Which reminds me again, tells you the last person to have touched it, right?
It gives me the emotional state of the user, and each point of margin on the roll allows the user to sense roughly one additional previous handler and set of circumstances. So you get the circumstances and the user.
Good.
All right.
This is the Storyteller. Tell me the thing.
Yeah, you've got
I have one thing I do.
It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
I am Sigourney Weaver. Can I roll? I'm
Go
doing
for
intelligence and aspects.
Go
and I
for
have to rouse. Sorry. I get hungrier, so what I just gained back from my cup of blood goes.
Just order a new round. Order a second round.
Another.
We figured out the secret to your game.
You're now the Japanese businessmen who have just like a whole bunch of empty cups at your table while you're like talking about this puzzle
Yeah.
late into the night.
I'm going to use a willpower, and unfortunately, I got 2 1s on my hunger dice, but I have some successes still. But I can't re-roll those, so it's sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Bad.
So remind me again what the actual difficulty is, because I didn't write down this ritual.
So it's up to you. So it gives the example, gleaning the emotional state of the user of a murder weapon used a few days before would be a difficulty 3, but sensing the surroundings in which a 300-year-old letter was written approaches difficulty 6 or higher.
All right, and you got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you touch this and you perform this ritual, you feel a wave of emotions, confusing and mingling emotions of immense sorrow and pride and depression. Just this wave of like emotional anguish and joy at the same time. And you feel immensely connected to Leon in a dangerous way. Like you feel obsessed with Leon. And as this wave ends, if you could breathe, you would realize that you hadn't been, as your entire body just like calms.
Do I still feel the connection?
It was very powerful. To the point that if you held on for too long, you worried for your own sake. And whoever made this was very powerful.
Do I get the feeling that I feel the connection to Leon because Leon handed it to me?
No. You get the sense that whoever had the most connection to this item felt this way about Leon.
Okay. Wow. And do I get any other sense of who owned it previously, or no?
You feel a human that you assume was Duncan, and a thin blood who you don't recognize the spiritual fingerprint of. But that wave of emotion blocked you from being able to tell who created it.
Sorry, I'm just writing it down. Oh my goodness. Duncan gave this to you? I don't know if I know them.
They were added on to my team from the Camarilla.
Ah.
They mostly do things that a lot of my other associates would not be appropriate to do. High class things and whatnot.
It's about this time that you see a large figure sort of looming through this like barrel of a man dragging behind him like a wriggling skinny individual, and just like slams the individual next to you, Evelyn. And the massive man looks at you and says, "Whatever he gets, he fucking deserves. You Jerry?
Aye. Who are you?
I was told to look for you."
right then.
Come with me.
If you'll excuse me, ladies. Leon?
What business do you have with Jerry?
I heard there was a fight.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
ordered
asked
the
for.
fight.
Oh, my apologies.
And sort of
And
just
I
like,
just sit back down.
Do have fun.
I
wait.
love the energy of Octavia standing up and having
Be
to
like, what do you want with him?
We're just gonna let this happen?
Yeah.
Jerry,
All right.
what kind of wants and needs this to happen, I believe. It's fine.
as the two of them just like disappear off into the room. You can feed if you wish, Evelyn.
Yeah, is this person conscious, or is he like out?
He's like, his eye is like swollen up.
Okay.
But he's still conscious.
I think I might knock him out just because I'm just gonna be like, you heard what he said. Whatever you get, you fucking deserve. And I'm gonna just hit him in the head with my fucking cane and knock him out. Then I'll feed.
You hear, I swear I wasn't gonna do. And he goes out.
And then I'll look at Abigail and be like, see, we all have our types that we feed, and I like to feed on people who, let's just say he was probably going to do something rather unkind to someone in a dark alley. So, they're right, he does deserve it. So I'm just gonna, I'll go like in a corner of the table. I'll just try to get away from like the main section of people just to be respectful of like conversation. And I won't be like a mess. I'll just kind of discreetly feed. And
You also find a collection of valuables on his person,
sick.
as well as a recently used knife.
Okay. Fuck it.
So you imagine he would probably succeeded in robbing somebody recently.
Yeah.
All right. They just sort of disappeared. So it is Abigail, Octavia, Prophet, and Leon now at the table with the peculiar device.
Vice has quite an energy attached to it. Whoever gave it to you feels an immense connection to you, Leon. Are you aware of this?
I mean, who wouldn't be immensely connected to me? I'm me. And I think Leon is absolutely putting the mask on here. Like this, they're like, one of their hands is like shaking a little and like kind of squeezing and closing a lot. But Leon is just putting upon airs. Of course, I mean, who wouldn't be? You wouldn't happen to get anything from that besides the feeling of immediate obsession, correct?
It was quite confusing. A wave of emotions overcame me. I was blocked from seeing who previously owned this device, but I felt a sense of feelings converging, opposites attracting, sorrow, depression, but also joy and pride. It was something I hadn't quite experienced before.
We call that the Leon Cavallo experience. And I like politely cut you off a little, and I just kind of, if you don't mind, I'll just take that back. And I start trying to fiddle with it to see if there's any more to this puzzle.
As Octavia hands it back to you, your hand reaches out and pricks that pin. And you see, as you pull it out, your blood sort of like drip down it a bit. And the moment that it touches the base of the pin, you hear as another thing has happened to the device. The shell has sort of like separated a bit, and you can see more of what's inside of the cylinder.
Going to look and check and see what's inside the cylinder.
You see almost a shiny texture. It's still a cylinder on the inside, but it is waxy.
I think I like inspect it like a musical cylinder, or like I put in a player piano or something.
As you do, you notice that the way that the shell has opened, the pin itself is on the base, so it's almost like on a circle, and that's connected to what appears to be a hinged arm. And the side that had popped out originally has springs sort of connected to it for almost like twisting and like cranking it. And you get the impression that you could almost like unfurl this entire golden shell.
I think regardless of how rude the decorum is, I think I do that.
And after a bit of like fiddling with like locking in hinges and stuff, what you're left with sitting on the table is a golden base that holds still a wax cylinder and an arm on the hinge that is attached to the circle with the pin on it. And if you were to crank one side, you imagine that the cylinder, you could get it to a point that the cylinder would start moving and you could put the pin onto it.
Yeah. If I think I just like continue to mess with this and do so, and I do apologize for this, but this feels prescient, so I'm going to kind of take care of this now. And I get all that set up.
Back? I feel like I'm missing out on some shit.
I come back and it's like, oi, what we missed?
Are you going to crank the base and put the pin down?
Yes.
All right. Then this is what you hear.
Passion, pain, love, and sorrow. How I long to touch you tomorrow. Senseless hunger, infinite desire. You, my dear, I'll never tire. Your eyes, your passion, your fire too. I, my dear, belong to you.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
What?
There was like someone crying or dying at the end. Did you guys hear that?
I heard that.
I did.
I turned my Sirenscape up all the way.
I heard none of that and I turned it up all the way.
Whoa.
Dang it.
Spoops.
Wild. Hey, everyone. That was wild. I hope you thought it was wild in a good way, because we certainly did. I'm very excited to see where this is going. If you did have a good time and you want to show your support, the best way to do so is by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletoptitties. When you become a patron, you get access to a bunch of different stuff. We get behind the scenes snippets, you get bonus episodes, mini series, polls that affect our game. Thank you so much to everybody who gave us names for our boat that we got to choose on this episode. That was pretty cool. There's going to be a lot more to come, so make sure you go to patreon.com/tabletoptitties, like I said before, and check that out. We also have a merch store. If you saw the show tonight and thought to yourself, you know what, these guys are pretty cool, these characters are pretty cool, I want some stuff on shirts and blankets and stuff, you can do that. That place that you can do that is tabletoptitties.threadless.com. You go over there, all of our cool stuff. I'm wearing a shirt. We got other stuff. There's new character art. There's our new logo that's going to be up there as well. You go check it out, buy some merch. Last but not least, you can make sure you follow us on social media at Tabletop Titties. And if you tweet using the hashtag TTTitties, you can get an NPC named after you. You can find all of this information on our website at www.tabletoptitties.com. And remember, when we say titties, it is with double D's. We will see you next time.
All right.
I'm perspiring so much already.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You are wearing a hoodie.
But I'm also cold. My body is decomposing. I'm ready.
You're perfect
you're getting
to be a
the character
vampire.
to be a vampire.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mhm.